Welcome back to Crawford Farms Entertainment. Everyone, it's your host, embarking on another thrilling escapade. So, Christmas was an absolute blast, but let me tell you, the aftermath, not quite as enjoyable. You see, Android 18 was rather upset with me. Why, you wonder? Well, it turns out she discovered my little snooping adventure with her phone. Definitely not my finest hour. This whole situation became a classic case of the pot calling the kettle black. Next thing I knew, Android 18 had this wild notion that I might be the one cheating. Quite the plot twist, wouldn't you agree? Her suspicions running high, she decided to conduct an investigation, and believe me, her choice of target for her jealousy was nothing short of bizarre. None other than Sailor Moon. She stumbled upon a text message on my phone from Bulma regarding some secret project. To anyone else, it might seem like some typical Capsule Corp business, but to 18, it practically screamed, Krillin's got a side chick. And naturally, the secret project was merely me planning a surprise vacation for us. Try explaining that to a highly agitated Android. So here we were, a few days post-Christmas, and I'm doing everything in my power to make amends with Android 18. I'm talking flowers, chocolates, the whole shebang. However, she's having none of it. Instead, she's wearing this intense expression on her face, like she's about to go Super Saiyan or something. And she keeps muttering something about that moon girl and sparkly tiaras. Now, I'm utterly perplexed, but before I can even inquire about the situation, Android 18 bolts out the door faster than I can say Kamehameha. So of course I follow her. I absolutely had to witness this showdown for myself. 18 tracks down Sailor Moon, who's just chilling, probably saving the world or engaging in some magical girl business. Without missing a beat, 18 starts accusing her of trying to steal her man. I'm standing there, attempting not to facepalm too hard. Sailor Moon, bless her heart, is completely bewildered. She's like, who the heck are you? And why would I want to steal your bald dude? He doesn't even have a nose.
So, me and Tuxedo Mask were just chilling, talking about like magic and stuff, and all of a sudden this old lady comes up to me, talking about why are you trying to talk to my man? And I'm here with Tuxedo Mask, and I'm like, I don't want your bald guy. Doesn't even have a nose, for goodness sake. But she challenges me to this duel, saying that, hey, if I beat you in this duel, then you gotta leave my man alone. Not like I want your man anyway, old lady. But I go ahead because I'm no scaredy cat. I'm the princess of the freaking moon. So I go ahead and I challenge her to a fight.
Things are on the verge of getting rather ugly, but then Tuxedo Mask intervenes, attempting to play the role of peacemaker. However, 18, she's in full-blown battle mode. She challenges Sailor Moon to a duel with the condition that if 18 emerges victorious, Sailor Moon must back off. Not that she was ever pursuing in the first place. Sailor Moon, being the hero she is, accepts the challenge, hoping to clear up the misunderstanding. Now, on to the main event, the battle. Before diving into the specifics, let's talk about the powers. Android 18, my beloved wife, is no ordinary individual. She's an android equipped with superhuman strength, boundless stamina, and energy blast capable of leveling cities. She's tough, speedy, and did I mention she doesn't age? Quite the advantage on her part. Oh, yeah, did I mention I lucked out? No way I would be cheating. On the flip side, there's Sailor Moon, the guardian of love and justice. She possesses a magical brooch that transforms her into a magical warrior. Reminds me of Ribrianne from the Tournament of Power, but whatevs, we're talking about Moon Tiara magic, healing, escalation, and some serious moon-themed attacks. Additionally, she has the backing of the Moon Kingdom and her trusty comrades, the Sailor Scouts. Yeah, they're really called the Sailor Scouts. The battle, right? Nothing short of epic.
Swagger down the street with your red lips and funky beat, you better.
Initial move, 18 charges forward, launching a barrage of energy blasts. Sailor Moon gracefully dodges them all, moving with the grace of a ballet dancer. She retaliates with her Moon Tiara boomerang, a radiant disc of light that hurtles towards 18. However, 18 is no novice, she's no noob, she effortlessly swats it away, wearing a smug smirk. Sailor Moon decides to raise the stakes. She starts chanting, and this was kind of creepy, right? Causing her brooch to emit this brighter glow. This is her moon healing escalation, an energy wave with the power to heal or obliterate depending on the target. 18's eyes widen as she's never encountered anything quite like this. She leaps into the air, narrowly avoiding the wave, and lands with a resounding thud. Now it's a game of cat and mouse. 18 employs her speed, darting around Sailor Moon, delivering rapid punches that Sailor Moon narrowly evades. However, Sailor Moon is not just a healer, she's a formidable fighter as well. She manages to catch 18's fist, surprising her, then uses her moonstick. She's got a moonstick to channel a burst of energy that sends 18 flying. Now she's ticked. The battle is intense, but it becomes evident that neither one of them is really trying to inflict any serious harm on the other one. It's more of a clash of pride and misunderstanding. As they cautiously circle one another, determined yet cautious, I realize how much they share in common. They're both strong, fearless, and have an undeniable sense of justice. Just as they were about to engage in another round, 18 realized that she had actually landed one of her punches and managed to injure Sailor Moon. Now Sailor Moon's a lot younger. I mean a lot. I'm hoping she's not listening to this, but she's a whole lot younger. That's when the battle got real. It concluded with the physical part, and then the internal battle began. 18's expression softened, and Sailor Moon, ever the empathetic one, sensed the change. 18 apologized, and then the two hugged it out. They engaged in this heartfelt conversation, bearing their hearts to each other. 18 admits her fear of losing me in a rare moment of vulnerability. Sailor Moon displaying wisdom beyond her years, because this is like a kid, maybe 18 at the oldest, speaks of trust, love, and the importance of open communication. It's a touching moment that will forever stay with me. I mean, where was she when I needed that talk? I step in, and 18 and I have a deep heart-to-heart with the moon and stars as our witnesses. We laugh at the absurdity of it all, and I make a promise never to snoop again. In return, she pledges to trust me more. In the background, Sailor Moon and Tuxedo Mask, they cheer, kind of cheesy, but this really happened, I kid you not. Content that their mission was accomplished. Did this little weird chick plan this all along?
So yeah, I totally did plan the thing all along. Now this is the weird thing though. So once it's all over with, my mom comes in and says, hey, you know what? I'm not your real mom. And then it turns out that this lady that is sitting up here trying to fight me over this bald guy might actually be my real mom. This day could not get any weirder. Is my mom a freaking robot?
Hey guys, welcome back to Crawford Farms Entertainment. I know we dropped a major bombshell on you last week, finding out that my wife, Android 18, might be the mother of Sailor Moon was a shock. And wait till you find out who that little girl's daddy is. That was equally, actually probably a little bit more surprising. But before we get into that, let's take a look at what happened directly after the confrontation. Before we get started, make sure you click that subscribe button and hit the notification icon so that you won't miss any of our anime content. And without further ado, let's get into it. And so before anybody even brings it up, I'm just going to go ahead and tell you, this is my final form. This is my ultra instinct, my ultra ego. This is my final form. So we head home, hand in hand, feeling more connected than ever before. Just when I think the night can't get any stranger, we spot Goku and Vegeta in a late night sparring session. As we approach Goku and Vegeta, their sparring match is in full swing. These two Saiyan powerhouses are pushing each other to their limits. Their energy a blazing spectacle in the night. They exchange powerful blows, creating shockwaves that shake the ground beneath them. Goku and Vegeta's rivalry has always been a driving force, and it's clear even late at night they're determined to surpass their own limits. The intensity of the battle continues to escalate with energy blasts and rapid punches exchanged at incredible speeds. It's a display of raw power and dedication to their martial arts. The night sky lights up with their energy attacks, making it seem as if there are fireworks on display in every direction. Finally, Goku and Vegeta reach the point where they're both panting heavily, battered and bruised. They share a nod of mutual respect, acknowledging each other's strength. It's a testament to their unending commitment to becoming better fighters. After the sparring match concludes, Goku approaches us with a warm smile. "Hey there, Krillin, 18. Sorry about the noise. Vegeta and I got a bit carried away with the sparring." I chuckle, shaking my head. "No worries, Goku. It's just another day in our crazy world." By the way, you missed quite the showdown between Android 18 and Sailor Moon. I know Goku's looking at me like, who the heck is Sailor Moon? Goku's eyes widen in interest. "Really, tell me all about it." And so under the starry night sky, I regale Goku with a tale of this epic battle, the misunderstanding, and the heartwarming resolution. Goku listens, nodding along as if he's actually listening, and then we share a few laughs. As the conversation comes to an end, Goku grins and says, "Krillin, you're one lucky guy to have a relationship as strong as yours with 18. In that moment, it almost felt like he might have been listening to what I was saying rather than getting ready for the next bout of sparring. And Sailor Moon sounds like a real hero, he says. It's all about trust and communication, just like in a good fight. I knew somehow he would bring it back to something about sparring or fighting or something like that. I smile and nod in agreement, grateful for the camaraderie and understanding among friends in this extraordinary world. It's a reminder that even in the midst of battles and adventures, the bonds we share are just as powerful as the energy blast. Just when we thought the night couldn't get any stranger, a loud crash suddenly reverberated through the area. We all turned to see a massive meteor hurtling towards us from the sky. It was like the universe decided to add its own grand finale to our overly eventful night. Goku, always ready for action, leaped into the air with lightning speed. He gave the meteor one mighty punch and it shattered into 1,000 tiny pieces, creating a dazzling meteor shower that illuminated the night sky. We stood there, jaws dropped, as Goku floated back to the ground, completely unfazed. Vegeta couldn't resist a sarcastic remark.
Of course, even the meteors feel a need to knock you down a peg, Kakarot.
We all burst into laughter, watching the meteor shower with a mix of awe and amusement. It was a bizarre and unexpected end to an already wild night, leaving us with memories we'd never forget. As we headed home, I couldn't help but reflect on the extraordinary events of the night. From an android versus a magical girl showdown to a meteor crashing the party, it was a night of surprises, laughter, and a whole lot of craziness. But that's just the way life goes in our universe, where the ordinary and extraordinary often collide in the most unexpected ways. And with friends like Goku, Vegeta, and 18 by my side, I wouldn't have it any other way. As we marveled at the spectacular meteor shower, we suddenly noticed something strange. Among the falling meteorites, one of them was larger and shinier than the rest. It was no meteor at all. What in the world was it? It was this bald guy. He was shiny, riding on a surfboard. He presented himself as, I forget what he said, what his name was. He was the Herald of Galactus, soaring gracefully towards us on his little silver surfboard. We exchanged bewildered glances as this silver surfer touched down in front of us. He had an aura of otherworldly power about him, and his presence sent shivers down our spines. Before we could even react, he spoke in a calm voice.
Greetings, I come with a message from my master, Galactus.
Android 18, never one to back down from a challenge, stepped forward, her arms folded.
So I have two questions for you. Who is Galactus, and why aren't you at least wearing some bottoms? Chrome Dome.
The Silver Surfer explained that Galactus had sensed the immense energy released during our battles and had grown curious. He wished to test the strength of the fighters responsible for such a display. If you win, he will spare your planet. If you lose, he will devour it and enslave you and your comrades. Goku, his excitement mounting, couldn't contain himself.
What? A chance to fight the shiny naked guy's boss? That sounds like an epic challenge. I'm up first.
Hold on, Kakarot. You got to thrash the last idiot that threatened our planet. It's my turn.
I had never felt so disrespected in my life. I am the freaking Silver Surfer, Herald of Galactus, and these morons are talking like we're some scrubs that showed up at their gym. Who do they think they are?
This was absolutely not the reaction that the Silver Surfer had expected. Apparently, he had never met fools that represented the 7th universe. I looked at 18 and we exchanged a determined glance. Let's do this, 18. We face crazier things together.
So they think this is some kind of a joke. The guy with the overly pronounced widow's peak and sprawling forehead. I mean, man, I could never play hide and seek. How could anyone miss that thing? And the one with the orange suit, he looks really dumb. I bet he tries to study for a blood test. I hope Galactus eats their planet.
So I'm gonna be real with you. There is no way Galactus stands a chance against any of us. I mean, he can destroy a planet, yeah, but us on a bad day can destroy a galaxy. So really what we're gonna do, we're gonna have a little bit of a tournament to see who gets to whoop this guy's butt. So make sure you stay tuned for the next exciting episode. And I promise at some point very soon, we're gonna get back to Sailor Moon and Android 18's baby daddy.
Like, you guys totally better bring me back into the story, because I would have finished exploring this. This is like so insane. The guy that is supposed to be my dad, I'm just gonna give you a sneak peek. The guy that's supposed to be my dad is just kidding.
Hey there, Crawford Farms Entertainment family. Krillin here, back with another wild chapter of my life. So after the epic showdown with Sailor Moon, things took a rather unexpected turn. You see, after the heart-to-heart with Android 18, Sailor Moon's mom dropped a bombshell. She told Sailor Moon that Android 18 might be her real mom.
Hey honey, look, I don't know how to tell you, but I'm not your real mom. Your real mom is my homegirl, this bad robot chick.
The story is about to get as twisted as a pretzel at a county fair. Android 18, before she was an android, was just like any other person, or so we thought. I mean, sure, she had blonde hair that defied gravity and a no-nonsense attitude, but that's pretty standard anime stuff. Turns out, her past was shrouded in more mystery than the Scooby-Doo episode. She had been part of a family, but not any ordinary family. A family entangled in time-traveling shenanigans. Let's rewind a bit. Remember when I got blasted through time by that roid-headed Santa Krampus? Well, it turns out time travel in our universe can get wacky. I mean, talk about butterfly effect. Turns out a young lady from the Moon Kingdom, yep, Sailor Moon's place, had been accidentally flung into the past during a magical mishap. She ended up in the same timeline as a much younger Android 18, who at the time wasn't an android, but a spirited teenager, just turned 18, and was already pregnant, and she had dreams as big as her hair. Now, I know what you're thinking, her name had nothing to do with her age. Okay, back to the Moon Lady. Now this Moon Kingdom gal, let's call her Luna, for anonymity of course, found herself stuck in our timeline with nowhere to go. She ended up being taken in by Android 18's family. Luna and young 18 became as close as sisters, but as fate would have it, Luna had to return to her own timeline. 18, believing that her life and her family's lives would be in danger, sent her newborn daughter with Luna. The separation was tough, and events began to unfold, eventually leading to Android 18 becoming the android that we all know and, well, fear a little bit. Now you have to understand, Android 18 has no memory of any of this. Fast forward to the present, and Sailor Moon's revelation about her mom had us all scratching our heads. But hey, in a world where people shoot energy blasts from their hands, and we have talking pigs giving martial arts lessons, anything's possible, right? So we decided to investigate. After a bit of snooping, and I promised that I wouldn't do it again, but this was for a good cause, we found an old locket that belonged to Android 18. Inside, a picture of her and Luna, aka Queen Serenity, oops, oh well, I said her name, sue me, looking like the best of friends. The resemblance was uncanny. Sailor Moon, seeing this photo, realized the truth. Her real mom was none other than Android 18. So, I'm gonna be honest, I'm not the right person to be trying to explain all of this because I have no idea how this fits in with her reincarnation and all that magic stuff. But all I know is that Sailor Moon, also known as Princess Serenity, is 18's biological kid. So who's the baby daddy? I don't know, but he had to be powerful because at the time, 18 had no powers. The news hit 18 like a destructo disc. She was shocked, confused, but also kind of intrigued. I mean, who wouldn't be? Sailor Moon, on her part, was over the moon, pun intended, to find out about her heritage. And that's how we found ourselves hosting a mini family reunion at Capsule Corp. Android 18 trying to process the fact that she's a mom to a magical moon princess, and Sailor Moon ecstatic about her newfound family ties. The evening was filled with laughter, a few awkward silences, and plenty of, "So, do you like destroying things too?" questions from Sailor Moon. As for me, I was just happy to see 18 smile. Sure, our lives are as chaotic as a cat chasing a laser pointer, but I wouldn't have it any other way. Plus now I can say my stepdaughter is a moon princess. Beat that, Goku. As the evening went on, things started to get, let's say, more animated. Vegeta, who was there for some training with Whis, couldn't help but overhear the commotion. His curiosity got the better of him. He poked his head in, only to find Sailor Moon excitedly chatting about her moon kingdom. Vegeta, in his typical fashion, scoffed at the idea.
A moon princess, huh? I don't think so. The only royalty here is the prince of all scions. And child, where are the rest of your clothes?
Sailor Moon, not one to back down, challenged him to spar. I mean, who wouldn't want to see a moon princess duke it out with a prince of all Saiyans? Android 18, sensing the tension, stepped in, suggesting they keep it friendly. The last thing we needed was Capsule Corp being turned into a crater. The spar was set for the next day, and I couldn't help but feel a bit of excitement. It's not every day you get to see intergalactic royalty throw down. The way that Sailor Moon hopped up for the challenge reminded me of someone, but I shook the idea off because it was crazy. The next day, everyone gathered to watch the epic showdown. Vegeta, ever the warrior, was in full battle mode, while Sailor Moon was more about style and grace. The fight was a spectacle. Vegeta with his lightning-fast moves, and Sailor Moon with her dazzling magical attacks. The crowd was going wild, and I was just praying the place would still be standing by the end of it. Midway through the battle, something unexpected happened. During the clash, Vegeta's blast and Sailor Moon's tiara created a spectacular light show in the sky. It was like fireworks on the 4th of July. In that moment, the fight stopped, and everyone just stared in awe at the sky. It was a moment of unexpected beauty amidst the chaos. Vegeta, known for his pride, actually cracked a smile. "Not bad, Moon Girl," he said, offering a rare compliment. Sailor Moon, equally impressed by Vegeta's power, thanked him. It was a moment of mutual respect between two warriors from different worlds. After the fight, we all gathered for a big feast. It was a mix of Earth and Moon Kingdom cuisine. You haven't lived until you tried Moon Kingdom food. The atmosphere was lively, with stories being shared and laughter filling the air. Even Beerus and Whis joined in, though Beerus was mainly there for the food. As the evening wound down, I looked around at the bizarre but wonderful gathering. Android 18 and Sailor Moon were chatting like old pals. Vegeta was actually being sociable. And Goku, well, Goku was stuffing his face as usual. I realized that no matter how strange my life gets, it's these moments surrounded by friends and family and the occasional moon princess that make it all worthwhile. Just when we thought things were settling down, Queen Serenity, the guardian from the Moon Kingdom, made a dramatic return. She appeared in a flash of moonlight, which is pretty standard for magical kingdom types. But what she said next was anything but standard. Standing in the middle of the room, with all eyes on her, Queen Serenity declared, "There's more to the story. Goku, you have a daughter, and she is Sailor Moon. You could have heard a pin drop. Goku, with a mouthful of food, nearly choked.
How could I have a daughter? I'm not even sure how you get one. Heck, I really didn't even want the two boys. Don't get me wrong, I kind of like them, but I think I'll stop talking now. Anyway, the Moon Lady is lying.
His eyes went as wide as saucers. Huh? What? I have a what now? He sputtered, completely flabbergasted. I leaned over to Goku and whispered, dude, you've got some serious explaining to do. But Goku shook his head, utterly clueless. Krillin, I swear, I have no idea what she's talking about. Sailor Moon, equally shocked, stared at Goku. My father?
Like, I really wouldn't mind if Goku was my dad. I'd much rather it be him than that bald-headed dude. And if he is my real dad, does that mean that, like, him and the bald dude have to fight now? Oh, this is gonna be awesome!
The room was buzzing with confusion and disbelief. Vegeta, ever the skeptic, crossed his arms and scoffed.
Kakarot, the father of a moon princess. Don't make me laugh. The only thing you could father is your appetite, and you would probably fail at that as well.
18, meanwhile, was trying to process this new revelation. Wait, so my daughter is also Goku's daughter? This is getting weird. This is too weird even for us. Queen Serenity, sensing the confusion, quickly explained. It's a bit complicated, you see. In the Moon Kingdom, we have certain, let's call them magical anomalies. Time works differently for us. Sailor Moon's birth was influenced by the energies of the strongest warriors across the universe. Goku's energy, being one of the strongest, became part of her essence. In a way, it makes him a father figure to her. Goku, still trying to wrap his head around it, just nodded slowly. So, I'm like a dad, but not really a dad. Do I need to start paying space child support or something? Sailor Moon, now understanding the situation, laughed. No, Goku, you're off the hook for that, but it's kind of cool to think I have a bit of the strongest warrior in the universe in me. The tension in the room eased as everyone started to laugh at the absurdity of the situation. Beerus, who had been watching silently, finally spoke up. Mortals in their bizarre entanglements. This is better than any soap opera, as he kept eyeing Queen Serenity. I gotta be honest, in that moment, the way that Beerus was looking at Queen Serenity, he kind of looked like a creep to me. I'm hoping he's not listening to this because I don't want him to blow up the planet or anything, but he was kind of being a creep. All right, as the evening went on, everyone embraced the strange turn of events. Goku and Sailor Moon even had a sparring session, which was more like a playful father-daughter dance than a fight. Vegeta couldn't resist joining in, turning it into a spectacular display of power and fireworks. As I watched the spectacle, I couldn't help but think about how unpredictable life can be, especially when you're surrounded by Saiyans, androids, and now Moon royalty. It's a strange life, but hey, it's our life. And that's where I'll leave you for now, folks. Who knows what tomorrow will bring in our crazy universe. Until next time, this is Krillin from Crawford Farms Entertainment reminding you to expect the unexpected. Make sure that you hit that subscribe button and hit the notification icon, and thank you for watching. Hey, Goten, is that camera off? You know that story Queen Serenity told us was all cap. I'm 100% certain that your dad is Sailor Moon's dad as well. That's your sister biologically. I'm gonna prove it. I'm gonna figure out how this dude, he was supposed to be my boy, man. He was supposed to be my boy.
Yeah, Goku is the baby daddy for real, for real. I ain't know how to tell Krillin. I knew he would get mad, but what could he do but get his whooped?